Yo. Welcome to another edition of Moving Forward with Dave. I'm your host, Dave. We're going to do this little improv thing right here from the Square. This is where my band kind of gets together. It's a little dirty in here. We practice and stuff like that, you know. We'll be out soon. I'll throw some of that stuff out for you. We got a couple of gigs coming up. It's going to be pretty wild and pretty big. So we'll throw that stuff out for you soon, and I'll let you know when that comes up a little bit closer. But today, you know, I had a couple things on my mind. So we're going to talk them out. Let's see. The first thing I want to talk about is the COVID-19 vaccine mandates and stuff like that. Now, first thing, I'm not against this vaccine. I'm not against it. I'm not saying to not take it. It can help people. I'm just saying that personally for me, I'm not taking it until I see 2.0 or 3.0 and I know it's safe enough to take it. And I want to explain to you people why people like me are opting to not take it right now. Most of us, there's certain part of us, and I guess a part of people here that are doing it for the political reasons and, blah, 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 blah. That's kind of stupid, to be honest with you. For me, it's like, if you're going to make a decision on something like this, thinking, politically, your probably brain is in the wrong spot at that point, and you probably should check yourself and get yourself under control so you can make a good decision. I'm saying I'm not taking it because it's not been out long enough. Who knows what the hell's in it and what it's gonna do to you. I've heard stories, I've seen videos that they just smash these videos, they crush these videos and anything that's like this to even point this kind of stuff out. I've seen videos where people have taken the vaccines and it really fucked them up bad, man. Fucked them up bad, like crippled them. I'm just not ready to take that chance right now. I'm not ready to take that chance. I had COVID in February. I had a really mild case of it. If I didn't know that I had COVID, I wouldn't have even known. So, these are questions, now that I have. Now, the other night, was in the hospital for some medical emergency. Not me, but I was there, and I got a chance to talk to a very chatty doctor. Doctor's pretty cool. He answered some of my questions. So then we got into the subject, because like I said, he was a chatty doctor. We got into the subject of COVID. So I asked him, point blank, he asked me first. He says, did you take the vaccine? And I told him, no, I haven't taken the vaccine. That I had COVID February, and I just wasn't ready to expose myself to that yet. And I asked him, I said, did you take the vaccine? And he said, yes, him and his wife took the vaccine. But then he also said he got COVID and his wife got it real bad with the vaccine. So we talked a little bit more about some stuff, and we're talking about the impending lockdown that pretty much we're getting conditioned to about to happen again. You can always feel, you can almost call it by the time. You know what I mean? People have already said, oh, we're going to be locked down at this date, by this time, 3 months ago, without any information, and they're going to be right. They're going to hit it right on the freaking head about the time. Now, so we got to talking with this doctor, and he's like, I don't know if we could take another lockdown. This has gotten to the point of stress. It's crazy. Then he goes into telling me, and I started talking to him about the Delta variant and the Lambda, whatever one that's supposed to be behind this one, that's supposed to be even more deadlier than this one, because this is deadlier, and then this one. It just seems like it's like a repetitive, this is the most deadliest virus, this is the most deadliest virus, this is the most deadliest virus. I understand that, we don't know what's coming in the future, but maybe we should curb our language when we're talking about this is the deadliest virus, this is the deadliest, this is deadliest, this it's going to be even worse than this and worse than this and worse than that. The fear mongering is at an epic level, to a point where it's like, everything. You're supposed to be scared of everything. Now, I'm going to tell you why, like I said, why people like me are not taking this. First of all, anything that the media, like, CNN, you know them. You know the newspapers, you know them. When they push so hard for something, they have cried wolf so many times and have been busted so many times, flat out propaganda and lies, that nobody can trust them. So how the hell can you trust what they're saying right now? Because I don't trust what they're saying at all. I don't trust a damn thing that our media has said to us at all. Nothing. If they say it, I have to see it. Because they have proven nothing to us but a constant lie, a constant state of fear, a constant state of, I want to instill this fear in you, and I want to keep you in this scared state. Like I said, I'm not saying that this COVID thing isn't real and these variants aren't real and stuff like this, but you can't keep doing this every 3 months. I mean, how many people called that we were going to be locked down before September? It's not September yet. But how many people have called this before it ever even happened? They called this a year and a half ago that you would do this now. I mean, come on, man. And now, here we go. We're going to do this all vote by mail here again for the midterms. It just seems so coincidental. Like I've seen this thing again. I'm tired of the media and politicians playing with this, disease as a control factor. Because, this virus is not a disease. This virus, using it as a control thing, that's the one thing that people are not, understanding. They're just more control. These vaccine passport things that's going on in New York City, that's going to go bad, man. I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to go bad. You could just see that coming. That's going to go bad. I know a lot of people that are liberal, and it's just in the conservatives that are already like, man, I'm not. What do you mean? And I also know a lot of conservatives that went and got the vaccine, and so it's kind of both ways either way. So it's not like this thing that you're thinking that, oh my God, all conservatives are not getting the vaccine and all liberals are getting the vaccine and they're doing this. That is the farthest from the truth that you could possibly imagine. But the media wants to spin it like that. They want you to believe that, everybody that's leaning to the right, that's Republicans, they're not getting vaccinated. All of them. That's it. None of them. I can tell you right now, that's a flat out lie. And then they're telling you that all of the liberals, they're all getting vaccinated. Everyone won. I can tell you that right now. That is another lie. Just ask your friends and family and your neighbors and your everything like that. You're gonna find the truth. So back to this doctor in the ER. So I'm in the ER with the doctor and we're talking about things. And then he said, I told you about his wife had it really bad. And then I was like, hey doc, how many people that are vaccinated, are you guys seeing? And he says, we're seeing quite a few of vaccinated people in the hospital. Vaccinated people in the hospital. That's the whole point of taking the vaccine. He's seen quite a few. Now, just think about this for a second. Please, I want you people to think about this for a second. How many vaccinated people are going out to get retested? Even if they're exposed to somebody with COVID. How many, on the grand scheme of things, do you think are going back and getting the COVID test after the vaccine? I'm going to tell you that's a very small percentage. It's a very small percentage. And we already know with this Delta variant that they could spread it too. So here's my other question. Now you got this is right from the doctor's telling me in the ER. He's telling me that this is going on in there. You know what I mean? And he was a very chatty doctor, so I just drug out as much information as I can, you know. I can't prove what I'm telling you right now. You're just going to take my word for it because I don't want to name any doctors or nothing like that. But I'm telling you right now, I don't ever lie to you. This is what he said to me. So with all of that said, then I asked him another thing, another question. And this is the question that you got to ask yourself. Like, now, when I got COVID, like I told you, if you didn't tell me I had COVID, I wouldn't have known I had COVID. I thought I was sore, just under the weather. You know, it was maybe a 2-day thing, and then I was kind of like all right about it. How do you know? They say, like, you know, you'll see somebody like Rich Eisen on NFL Network. Now, he got vaccinated, and he caught COVID, and it kind of run him down a little bit. And he comes back out the other day, he says, man, thank God I got vaccinated, or else I would have ended up in the hospital if I would have had the COVID. Well, that's not exactly true. If you think about it, how do you know that? How do you know you weren't somebody like me that your body fought it off? How do you know the vaccine even fought it off? And it wasn't your body. Like, how do you know that? How do you know that? How do we know that? I mean, if anybody has an answer to how exactly we know that, then please put that down in the comments. That would be great, so I could debate that. We could look at that. We could talk about that. It would educate me well. But how do we know that? How do we know that the variants aren't coming from, you know, I mean, obviously from unvaccinated people, you know, getting it, mutating it, it's going on. But how do we know that people that are vaccinated, it isn't mutating in them and they're spreading it and they're becoming super COVID? I mean, I'm just throwing speculation out here. This is all speculation. Just talk speculation. There's nothing behind this but speculation. So just to provoke some thought. So how do you know that? How do we all know that? You know? So we have to ask that question. Did we know that my body fought it? Or was it the vaccine that kept me out of hospital, or was it my own body? I mean, I don't know how the answer goes. Then you got this congressman that just, God damn it, I forget his name. He was just on, maybe out in the news about maybe less than a week, about him going to the doctor and after he caught COVID, and then took his blood and to see if he still had the antibodies. And you're talking almost a year later, this guy's antibodies are still higher than what the vaccine would have provided for him. So I think we need to look at that a little bit more, the people that have had it, COVID, and see, you know, we got to look a little deeper into that, I think. You know, is the natural, you know, immunization, I guess you call it, whatever, since you get it, inoculation. I don't know if I have the right word, right term, but we would know, you know, but we don't want to study that. And we don't want to actually get people that are vaccinated tested. You know, I would bet a lot of money right now that if we tested more vaccinated people for corona the same way we're testing unvaccinated, I think you would see a dramatic number in vaccinated people that are catching COVID. I really wish that they would stop using the term vaccine. They probably should use the term therapeutic alternative or something different. The term vaccine is just terrible to use for this because this doesn't seem like a vaccine to me. Like I said, I'm not against people that are elderly, people that are scared and they want to take it. Take it, man. Go ahead and take it. It's on you. You run the risk of doing whatever you want to do. You run the risk of, you know, maybe none at all. I don't know. But for you to be forcing me to just be like, no, you're going to take this. You're going to take this. No, you're taking this. You're taking this. Dude, don't force me to do that. If I'm social distancing, I'm going to get my tests. And you know what I mean? Oh, I want to go to the sporting event. I got to go 3 days before and go get a goddamn test. Guess what? I'll go get the damn test. You want the test? I'll get the damn test. I don't got the COVID. Don't give me the shot. I don't want the goddamn shot. But I'll take the test to prove that I ain't got it. No problem. Zero. Most people won't have a problem with that. But when you say, no, you have to be vaccinated no matter what to get in here, where does that stop? Where does it stop? You know, a friend of mine said, you know, when you have the marble, you know, on a little bit of a decline and you just give it a little nudge, does it stop? It keeps going. These people are not going to stop with just this. You know, they want to talk about, let's follow the science, let's follow the science, let's follow the science, let's follow the science. They only follow the science until it, you know, hello, Tanis. Hey, baby. They only follow the science until the science doesn't follow the narrative. You know, we want to follow the science of, we should do this, we should social distance, we're washing our hands, blah, 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 blah. But then we also don't want to follow the science with, oh, the kids in school got to wear these masks all day long and, you know, they rarely ever get it and they're ever getting sick. I don't get it. It's like we make it up as we go along. Every day is a new thing. You know, every minute's a new scare tactic. They've been saying since 2012, if you look at every headline about hospitals, that the hospitals are filled to the max. There's never going to be another bed. There's not going to be this. Dude, it's all fear-mongering. You got to look through the fear-mongering, people. It's insane, the fear-mongering. And we want people scared. I mean, be aware. Take every precaution you need to take. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Fear is the mind killer. I mean, especially since the chances of you dying from it are really slim, man. They're slim. Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody, and if you look in the media right now, they're not even using the word deaths anymore. They're not saying deaths. They're saying cases, cases, cases. They used to use the term deaths in the beginning, like you know, it was 25,000 deaths. They're not even using that term anymore. They're using cases. I mean, should we take precautions, America? Yeah, we should take precautions, but you better be very careful what you're doing and how you're doing it and exactly how you're doing it. Because once the marble starts rolling, it doesn't stop. Until it gets to, you know, a point where it's flat. And there ain't nowhere close to this, them trying to be this flat. It's almost like you're getting set up and conditioned for once a year, every 6 months we could do this right around when we want. We can control the population easily. It's just, and it all stems once again from the media crying wolf, the media lying, the media taking sides. That's why nobody's taking this vaccine, because the media chose a side. They're following a side. They're doing what they want to do for that side. They're the arm of that side, and people are not going to want to hear that. If you was truly unbiased and totally backed off of all your stupid biased propaganda from all these media outlets and did your job as journalists, people would trust this a little bit more. But nobody's going to trust it, because just look at your track record. Look at your track record. Look at this shit that you guys have been putting us through over the last, God. We've seen it now for the last 5 years. Most people have seen and been aware of it for the last 5 to 7 years. But they've been doing it forever. But we're just aware of it now because the masks have been ripped off. That is the whole reason why half this country will not take that, whatever you're putting in that shit. It's not because they don't want to trust the medicine. They don't trust you, CNN. They don't trust you, Fox News. They don't trust you, CSNBC. They don't trust you, Seattle Times. They don't trust you, New York Times. They sure as hell don't trust you, Jeff Bezos' fucking Washington Post, fucking garbage shit paper over there. The National Enquirer is better than that fucking trash. But that's the reason. And when you, the good people of this country, start putting your media into check, and saying, stop the bullshit, man. Just give me the fucking news. Stop the bullshit. I just need the news. I need the truth. If we can start getting back to journalism and asking questions, legit questions, and stop protecting people and showing your agenda, maybe we can move forward, because you're never going to get people to do it this way. You're never going to get people to trust you. It's done. The trust will never happen between the people of this country, the media, and whatever opposing political party they're in. It's over. That's done. And the only way to fix that, truly, is for the media to be unbiased and get back to what they do. Until that, we're done, people. We're done with this bullshit. And I know it, you know it, everybody else knows it. It's sad but true. Well, thanks for hearing my thoughts on this. Leave a question, comments. You like it, you don't like it, Dave, go fuck off. Put it down in the bottom over here. Give it a like, share, subscribe. Turn me on to somebody that might dig this stuff. And once again, thanks for tuning in. Moving forward with Dave. Hopefully we moved a little bit forward today with just a little discussion. Think about it, people. Just think about it. God bless you. God bless America. Take care of yourself.